Hi, I'm Deb, and this is One More Whip. I just filmed about half a video and realized that I didn't have my light on in front of me and wondered why I looked gray. So I'm starting over. Did I say I'm Deb and this is One More Whip? It's not even Monday. It's gonna be one of those days. I do want to apologize for my hair. It's wet. But if I dry it, I'm gonna be waking up kiddos, and I try and put that off as long as possible. I do wanna show you, I showed you the shawl I was working on last time, and I finished that. I really like working on shawls. They're nice and easy. I'm usually a blanket person, but I'm liking that these are pretty quick, and you see progress pretty quickly. So I have that one, and I'm almost finished with another. Let's see here. I'm using those Red Heart It's a Wrap Rainbow. I like those too. And I've talked before about the fact that I only work on one project here at a time, but I do have an on-the-go project. So I thought I might as well show you that. Now it's taken me a while to get where I am on it, and that's okay. It's a table runner, all done in single crochet in the Caron Cotton Ripple Cakes. This one, Cotton Ripple, sorry, I said that out of order. I don't have my glasses on, excuse me. This one is done in French vanilla. Let's see here, just give you a little peek. It's gonna seem a lot bigger than it really is just because I'm pretty close to the camera. But I really like the way this is working out. I haven't taken care of my ends or anything, as you can see. I have probably 6 or 8 inches to go, and that could very well take me till Christmas, and I'm okay with that. After this one, after I get this finished, I'll probably start working on some placemats. I don't know, we'll see. Something, right? But this is the bag I have it in. It's not ideal, it's not super cute, but it can take a beating in the car. I can take it wherever I go. I did order some project bags, so hopefully I'll have something cute to carry it in pretty soon. When I get them, I'll show you. I do want to talk to you for a minute about, I'm not on my pillow today, so that light keeps popping up behind me. How we see our crochet. And what I mean by that is, so on a few of the Facebook groups I'm on, something that's come up a few times is the fact that people are hurt when their gift isn't received, or their make isn't received with the same love that went into the making of it. And I really feel it when I read those posts, because I know what I put into my things. Because I am a recipient-based person, I am inspired by the people I'm making them for. I've seen like the 6 patterns on my bucket list. I don't have a pattern bucket list. I have a people bucket list, but I don't have a pattern bucket list. And that's just because every single thing and every single choice I make along the way is about that person. So if you're somebody who in the past has given something and just considered that thing a labor of love, and it was not received as a labor of love, one thing I would like to suggest to you is that you write a letter to put with that gift. This past year I made blankets for my mom and my grandma and my 3 sisters, and one of the things that had me not worried or upset or anything like that, it was just I needed them to know why I chose that pattern and those colors and that yarn. And because if you're just receiving a blanket, you don't know. It could just be something they made a long time ago, and well, they're just pulling something, out of a cupboard that they've made. And I think a lot of times people don't get it. As crocheters, we understand exactly what went into making that, but if you're not a crocheter, you have no idea the amount of hours that have gone into that. And I'm going to say one more thing here. Sometimes people think, oh, that's just something they do while they're watching TV, so, big whoop. And I have to acknowledge the fact that I'm guilty of even saying those words. Well, it gives me something to do with my hands while I'm watching TV. I wish those words have never come out of my mouth because I know what goes into the making of that thing. And I sort of dismiss it as I don't know what it is about that. I think we have a culture that values busyness. And if we're seen to just be sitting and crocheting, there's no value in that. And maybe we need to start talking about our makes as labors of love, as art, as something that holds some value, not just, well, it keeps me from stabbing people. I do it so that I don't hate people. I do it so that I can stay sane. Those are lovely benefits to crocheting, but how many of us really do it just for that reason? A while back, I was at a baseball tournament. My son was participating in this baseball tournament, and I had my take along make with me, and one of the dads commented on my art. And it took me back a little bit, And it wasn't, oh, that's a dying art. It was an acknowledgement that I was creating something. And it kind of shocked me. And in the same week, I posted a picture of something I'd been working on, and somebody else referred to it as art. And it made me want to cry, quite honestly, because it's like somebody gets the place that I'm making this from. They realize that it's not just my hobby. It's not just something I do to keep busy. It's not just something to keep my hands going while the rest of me isn't. I was at a baseball practice, and our coach's mom commented just that maybe she should take up something like that, because how often do we really take time to just be still and not have a need to be doing something that looks busy? So anyway, I go off on these tangents all the time. I apologize. So back to Christmas. So I had made these blankets for my mom, Granny, and my sisters, and I put a letter in each one. So when I made these blankets, I was very intentional about every single part of it. Every single one of them was a form of a granny in some way. And I explained in every letter how they were alike. And then I sort of branched off and told my sisters what makes yours different and special. And I think they appreciated the letters just as much as they appreciated the gift. Because it's one thing to know you're loved, but it's another thing to know why you're loved. And sometimes people need to hear that. They need to know, I see this in you, and it's beautiful, and I appreciate that in you. And if you're somebody who has given gifts that maybe aren't appreciated the way that they should be, consider putting a letter in. Consider just sharing with them and letting them see your process. The process is every bit as important as the finished product, right? Especially if we are recipient-driven givers. I like to give to people. And it's funny. I have probably donated more things than I have given to people that I know. And it sounds weird to like be a recipient-driven person and not know the recipient. But I have been on the other end. I have been a recipient of a crocheted gift when I felt like my value had been diminished. That's one of the reasons I crochet. And maybe one day I'll share that with you. And maybe one day I won't. I don't know. But I know what that's like to have this tangible piece that says, hey, somebody thinks you're worth their time. Somebody thinks you're worth their money. Somebody thinks you're worth thinking about. And a letter changes all of that. It's not just something to cover your legs with on a cold day. It's love that you can wrap yourself in. And it's a pretty amazing thing to not just share your time and your energy and your money with somebody for you, in that make you may be sharing your heart, but they just may not see it. So show them. Oh, so sorry. My cat got a hold of that and just messed with everything. 1 second. My cat pulled the cord right out. Now I'm all crooked. Show them not just in the make, but in the letter. Let them see. It still might not be received well, but at least you know that they know your heart. This whole crochet thing, I know for some people it's different, but for some of us it's really truly is a labor of love. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So share your heart with somebody today, not just through yarn, but with words. I sure hope you guys have a lovely day, and our tendencies to protect ourselves a little bit, but maybe sharing ourselves is really the answer. You guys take care.